Good morning. I'm Judge Tammy Long Hayward. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. I was trying to finish up a call with another judge. So good morning. This is the Clayton County State Court, courtroom 304 civil calendar. The first case on the 10 a.m. calendar for August 14th, 2024 is Crossroads Equipment versus Xing Wang, Little Fat Trucking and Big Fat Trucking, Inc. Who's here on behalf of the plaintiff? Hello.
Your Honor, Mr. Martin, on behalf of the plaintiff, was in another hearing with another court. He might have had to drop off. I'm sure he'll be back on.
Okay. So we're just waiting for Mr. Martin?
Yes, ma'am. The defendants don't appear to have joined yet.
Okay. All right. I'll be back when he's back.
Judge, Mr. Martin has returned.
Your Honor, good morning. I apologize for the delay.
No apologies necessary. I was finishing up a call with another judge, so I'm glad we were equally tied up. All right, so this is the calendar for the 10 a.m. civil calendar, Crossroads Equipment. So Mr. Martin, you're here on behalf of Crossroads Equipment, and I see that Mr. Wang is pro se and no attorney has entered an appearance on behalf of Little Fat Trucking and Big Fat Trucking.
That is correct. I have not seen any entry of appearance for any of the named respondents. Okay,
and have you had any contact with them?
Your Honor, a couple of months ago, I was contacted by a woman who spoke very broken English. She was Asian or Asian American, with the respondent located here in Clayton County. And it was a brief conversation. She said she had no idea who my client was and what this was all about. So it was not a productive conversation at all. We didn't make any progress about the trailers that are the subject of this personal property foreclosure action.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. I forgot to turn my video on. All right. Okay. And so no from anyone on their behalf, no answer, anything.
No, ma'am. In fact, just so the court is aware, when Your Honor issued the NISI for this hearing, I went ahead and sent that out by certified mail to the folks in California and in Georgia. One of the California certified mails came back undeliverable. I haven't seen anything on the others, so I don't know what else to do to let these folks know that this matter was coming before the court today. So,
well, that's about as good as it gets.
Yes,
we only can send notice, and even with the post office having some issues of late, we only
Absolutely.
can send notice to the addresses that we have on file. So
Yes,
if that's been done, then we're prepared to go forward.
And Your Honor, what I'm asking the court for is simply an order for possession for the vehicles. This is because it was not personally served. The court would not have jurisdiction to enter a money judgment, and my client's not requesting that. This is a commercial transaction for large over the road trailers, and these things are hard to track down, and we've come to this point. And what my client is asking for, Your Honor, is simply an order for possession so that an orderly recovery of these units can be effectuated under the guidance of hopefully the Clayton County Sheriff, or if we locate these trailers in other jurisdictions, we would of course do so using the sheriffs or the marshals of those respective counties in Georgia.
Okay, so my understanding is that the company purchased the vehicles from your client, have not made complete payments on those vehicles, and they are in default of the contract to purchase at this point?
Yes, Your Honor, and this is a number of trailers. Just for the court's edification, I think there were over 30 trailers initially, and we're down to the ones that have not been recovered.
Okay.
But this was a a multi-unit, rather sophisticated transaction wherein the respondents purchased all of these units for use all over the country, and of course gave a security interest back to my client as security for the debt, and then just stopped making payments. So,
Okay. All right, and so how many trailers are there that the writ of possession would cover?
boy. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry. 14, Your Honor.
And those all are in the jurisdiction of Clayton County?
We believe them
believed
to
to
be
be?
located in a storage lot in Clayton County.
Okay.
And
All right.
the order for possession, I think I submitted it, but I would be glad to resubmit it, Your Honor. Does list
Well, I'm sorry, go ahead.
it does list each of the units by they have a
VIN
number
number?
similar to a VIN like a car has. So
Okay.
the order would be specific as to which units the sheriff could oversee the levy upon for the benefit of my client. So there wouldn't be any issue about a trailer not being one of the correct ones.
All right, Ms. Powell, do you have that order?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we have the order. They've been delineated in the order with the numbers to be able to identify which specific trailers. And the court at this time finds that your client, that the defendant has been given notice, has not filed a response to the lawsuit, and has not appeared for this hearing after having been given notice by mail. The notice was sufficient for in rem, but not in person jurisdiction. So at this time, the court is going to give a writ of possession for the property, the 14 trailers that are denoted in the writ of possession.
I
All
appreciate
right,
that, Your Honor.
anything else, Mr. Martin?
That would be all I have this morning, Your Honor.
All right, then, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, I see Officer Harris Barnes. Do we need Officer Harris Barnes for this hearing?
No, ma'am. If my understanding is correct, I think it's because the courtroom is open and the officer is there to make sure, I believe.
Okay, so we can shut it down until the 11 o'clock calendar. All right, thank you.